Well, I think there's always a sense of urgency. You know, it doesn't matter whether how you play one game to the next. There's always a sense of urgency every game you go into. This week, obviously, we're going in and we're looking to execute and have some production and go from there. But our ultimate goal is to get ready for Atlanta week 1. And I think the guys. The one thing that I love about this group of guys is that we're working hard, you know what, and I believe in these guys, I believe in the coaching staff, and we'll be ready to go.
Matt, you guys ran the ball only 3 times in the first quarter. Is that something you guys did by design, or that doesn't seem like enough?
Well, you know, that's a good question. Better for the coaches. You know what? What I do as a quarterback is I get out there, I get the call, and I run the play that's called. So, in terms of what we're doing from run to pass ratio, I'm not really concerned about that during a game. You know, I'm going out there trying to execute whatever they call me on.
How about after the last for you guys as an entire team coming out with better intensity? How do you guys do that?
Well, I just think it's up to us as players to come out with better intensity. You know, no coach is going to be able to get you going and rah this, rah that. It's up to us as players to come out with better intensity, match the level of intensity that the opponent's bringing, and just play better.
Matt, after what happened the last 2 exhibition games or preseason game, is it more important than normal for you guys to go out and make some good things happen in this last game?
Well, I think what you're trying to do every preseason game is go out and have production and be consistent, and so this is like no other preseason game in terms of we're going to go out and try to do the same thing.
Matt, do you think this team is ready right now? I mean, you guys are less than 2 weeks away from the opener. Do you feel pretty good about what this team is going to offer when that season starts?
I do feel good about this team, and I'm confident about this team. I'm confident about the players that we have. We've got a lot of talent on this football team in this room with the coaches and everybody else, and so we're all working hard. Obviously, the outcome of the last 2 games haven't been what we wanted, but again, that's why you have preseason. It's because you have to go through sometimes the bumps and the bruises, but I guarantee we'll be ready to go by the first week of the season, and these guys are all doing a great job of coming out here, getting back to work, and getting ready to go.
How fast has Dwayne slipped in? Because it's not just a matter of his ability, it's a new offense.
Right, and you know what, he's working hard. He's coming in here each and every day. He's here early before everybody else even gets in the building, so he's working hard. He's doing his part. I think the coaches and everybody else that are trying to get him going are doing the same thing, so he'll be ready to go, I'm sure, and again, it's not my decision whether or not he's ready, but the coaches will make that ultimate decision.
That's good. Anything else? To this offense this year, it seems like you got him everywhere. Wildcat, slot. Just talk about his now, what he means to the offense.
Well, I mean, you can see in preseason so far he's done a tremendous job. You know, he's a guy that does an outstanding job against one-on-one and man-to-man coverage. He's got tremendous quickness, and he has that versatility. You know, so he's done a great job. He continued to work, and the one thing I love about Dexter is he's a football player. You know, he loves it. And you watch him go block. You know, that's another thing in the run game. You watch him run downfield and block. It's amazing. So we're happy to have him on our team.
Matt, you may have addressed this, but Green Bay, you hear so much about their offense, but on defense, are you looking at what they do on defense, or are you still, it's more important just to focus on what the Chiefs do for this final game?
We do a good job of preparing here and looking at what the defense does, and again, you never know in preseason sometimes because you don't really have that much to go on. A lot of times defensive coordinators are trying different things in this time of year in preseason, so you have to go in there and sometimes react, and we'll be ready to go for whatever they have out there.
So is it more important for you to be responding to that, or just more important to still, make sure this offense is the way you want it to be when the season opens?
I think it's important for us to go out there and execute. You know, if one guy's not doing their job when it comes to offense, it's hard to be successful on a consistent basis. So the things that we're trying to do is get everybody working together and be consistent, and that means everybody doing their job on every play.
All right.